Hello, welcome to my channel, Love, Drama, and Deceit. I'm going to do a recap of the Bold and the Beautiful for Thursday, September the 18th, 2025. Lee, Will, and Katie and Bill, they met with Luna. They was in Luna's room, and then here comes Luna through the door, all happy-go-lucky, not knowing that they were there. Once she opened the door, Bill grabbed her by the arm and brought her on in and shut the door. So and Lee tried to. They told Lee of what happened. At first she didn't. She didn't believe it. She was shocked. I'll put it that way. But Lee also got mad and put her hands around Luna's neck and tried to choke Luna and Bill, Katie, and Will. They just stood there and let her choke her. For a little while. They didn't let her kill her, but and then Bill and Will grabbed uh, Lee and got her off of Luna. But anyway, um, they started fussing at her about what she had done to Will, and the idiot that she is, she just sitting there smiling and like everything is okay, and saying she's not an evil person, and then Katie gave her the ride out. She told her how she felt about what she had done to Will, and as Bill and Lee. Will was pretty much just standing there, just in a state of shock. Really couldn't believe it was, what she had done to him. And me personally, me either, cause Luna is a nut. See, that was her third chance, and she blew it. Why would you blow that many chances to get your life back? Bill got her out. She messed up that time, even though he told her not to let anybody know that she was there at his house. But knowing Luna, she just did as she pleased, and so at once they all got through talking to her. Will and Bill grabbed Luna and they were gonna take her to the authorities. And her purse fell on the floor. And when her purse fell on the floor, there was a pregnancy test that fell out of it, and it was showing positive that she was pregnant. So Luna picks it up and tells Will, "I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant with your baby." Like that. And Will just had a stunned look on his face, is very upset and confused. And poor thing, and you can't blame him because Luna's just crazy. And so Luna thought that was going to stop Bill and them from taking her to the authorities, but it didn't. So once she got through spearing her imagination basically about how she felt about Will and about her being pregnant and stuff, so she thought that they wasn't going to that they were going to take pity on her and just because she's pregnant with Will's baby, but no, Bill grabbed her and took her right on out of there as if he was going to take her to the authorities. That's what Katie and them thought anyway, that's where Bill was taking Luna, but he took Luna to his house and he told Luna that he was going to make her take multiple pregnancy tests, and she told him she would do it because she was telling the truth. So, and he told her if she was pregnant, he wanted her to have an abortion. So she just stood there and looked at him, and then Lee went to go find Sheila because she had been trying to call Sheila on the phone to let her know about Luna. So she gets to El Giardino and she's talking to Deacon, and she was in the process of telling Sheila what Luna had done, and which Sheila already knows. So I don't know how that's going to blow over with Sheila knowing and not telling Lee, but oh well, it is what it is at this point. So, and then you got Electra waiting on Will to call her because he hadn't made contact with her. So she's talking to Hope about how she's feeling, and that he's honest and they got a good relationship, and you know how it works. So I guess she's going to be in for a state of shock as well once she find out what transpired between Luna and Will. But she can't blame Will, but she will, but she's gonna blame him for not telling her. But she gotta understand. I mean, my thing is, if it wasn't for Luna being pregnant, she really didn't really need to know because it was an error on Luna's part because he had been drinking. So, but I guess you know how these people are on these so she should he should have told her. At least that's what she's gonna tell him. That she's not gonna be able to trust him anymore, and that's probably gonna be the end of their relationship. I hope it's not, but if Luna's pregnant, then it's really gonna be the end of the relationship because she said she was his first, and therefore she wanted him to be his. She wanted to be his first for everything. I guess even starting a family if their relationship had went that far. On the bold and the beautiful. Like, comment, subscribe.